You're about to see Naveed Baloch. I've known Naveed for a long, long time. I've known him when he was in banking with $400 million under his jurisdiction, but I've known him when he's been in sales doing deals for as much as 50 million bucks with people like Fonterra. And he's someone who has learned to combine the heart with the head and really make an impact. I'd like you to listen to Naveed as he tells you about how he really focuses on the customer and takes the words customer-centric to a level they need to be at.
Well, in my experience, it doesn't really matter how large or complex a sales opportunity might be, or how many people that you're addressing. Being mindful and present works at the intimate level. You're able to focus on what the other person, the client, is saying. You're anchoring yourself, you're quietening your mind, and you're open to the signs, both verbal and non-verbal, that come from the client. And I've had success with this technique or approach in the corporate sector, multi-million-dollar projects, enterprise-level clients, or when I have these intimate meetings with families or clients for wealth generation. In each case, I approach the meeting with a clean slate, and I'm open to the signals and to the client's responses, which help me earn their trust. All right, before I see a client, I typically would first of all make sure that I'm there well on time. You don't want to appear rushed. The second thing is I sort of take about 3 to 5 minutes to meditate on the client and to actually do a little prayer, which really it follows the course that how can I bring maximum value to the client in my interaction with them, and to sort of corral that sense of client centricity and really addressing their needs and wants and opportunities rather than having my own agenda. So I'm devolving myself of any predetermined agenda that I might have and opening myself up to the client for that interaction. And this has worked marvelously in the last 3 or 4 years when I've really been able to sign on 470 clients for financial plans. When I'm with the client, I really focus on, again, being devoid of any predetermination and really being there for them. And this being their time. So, of course, I might have to prompt them into relaying what they're seeking from the appointment, but largely it's a blank canvas, and I'm inviting them to fill in that canvas with what their wishes are, what their needs are, what their opportunities are, what their dreams and aspirations are, and really responding to that, rather than having them in a position where they're reacting to predetermined questions and where the focus is on my agenda versus their agenda. So it's really shifting the focus of the discussion to what they believe to be their agenda and how I can fulfill that. Well, the end result of those kind of interactions are that they're meaningful to begin with. And secondly, the client that I've met has actually vested a lot of emotional content to that particular session or the interaction, and therefore they have more sort of skin in the game, and it's a shared path or a shared journey, which they are equally interested, as am I, to actually fulfill. And it's versus when you go in there and it's a transactional discussion, and they haven't had, there's no buy-in there, there's not really much engagement, and it's very superficial. So it doesn't matter if you spent 2 hours, but you have a superficial discussion, and then you realize that all that time has been wasted because it hasn't been meaningful. They haven't been on board, they haven't been engaged, they haven't been excited about the prospect. So in a nutshell, it may seem counterintuitive, but spending that quality time with them, listening and really engaging with them deeply, actually helps shorten the sales cycle.
So that is someone that puts $50 million deals together. He does it by matching the human and the logical side together. He's exceptionally good. And as long as I've known him, he's always blown all his targets out of the water. Have a go at what he's talking about, because it will certainly produce dividends.